Hello, this is Mr. Chabry92 bringing you another narrated Pokemon battle. So this is a single battle with my girlfriend Jessie, and I lead off with her favorite Pokemon Meganium, as she leads off with a Delphox. So here I'm pretty sure she's going to go for the fire move, so I'm just going to switch into Aegislash, and as you'll soon see, this Aegislash is holding a weakness policy. So this flamethrower is going to raise its attack and its special attack. And looking at that, I was expecting to at least live another flamethrower, but unfortunately I didn't look at the HP values long enough to realize that Aegislash is going down after that one. So fortunately, Aegislash didn't do anything in this battle. So now I go into Azumarill as she switches her Delphox out, not wanting to take the water move, and she sends in her Togekiss. And I just go for the waterfall. And this Azumarill is a Assault Vest variety, so it's all-out attacks, no belly drum. And here I just switch out the Azumarill, not wanting to take anything that would cripple it, because I could see it would come in handy, especially for that Delphox. So I switch into my Charizard, wanting to get the sun set up, as she just goes for a Wish, trying to heal up all the damage that's been done to her Togekiss. And the leftovers helps heal up its HP a little bit. And here comes my Mega Charizard Y. So Mega Charizard Y is going to set up the sun with his Drought ability. And that will come in handy, especially for my Typhlosion. That's what I was wanting to set it up for. And I just go for the Ancient Power, trying to get as much damage as I can, and hoping to boost up Mega Charizard Y's stats, and I get the stat boost. So that's really nice, and that will help me out here. As she just goes for the Dazzling Gleam, trying to keep her Togekiss in so it could get the HP healed up with that Wish. She also gets the critical hit. It still didn't do that much though. So now, after the Wish and leftovers, her Togekiss is in really good health right now. So I'm just going to switch out my Charizard and switch into my Sylveon, which is nicknamed Win. And this Sylveon is a setup variety, so it has Calm Mind and Substitute and Baton Pass. And she's going to switch in her Landorus, I guess expecting to take the Ancient Power again. And she's not wanting to take a special move from this Sylveon, so she goes into her Delphox, as I'm just going to go for the Substitute. And with the Substitute, I'm ready to begin setting up for that Typhlosion that I'm hoping that will come in and destroy her team. So now she's just going to go for the Flamethrower, trying to get rid of this Substitute, as I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind, which is going to be really good since this is a special attacker, and it's going to help me keep my health a little bit better. So I get the special attack and special defense boost. And I'm going to get some health back with my leftovers. And here she just keeps going for Flamethrower, trying to get as much damage as she can on my Sylveon. And she also gets the burn. So you're going to see that that's going to play a part in this battle. And I just keep going for Calm Mind. And I was hoping to get Sylveon's special attack up high enough so I can just Baton Pass into my Typhlosion and just use Eruption and destroy everything on Jessie's team. But as you see, this burn's going to whittle down Sylveon's HP. And here she goes for the Sunny Day, which is something kind of risky. I don't know if she knew that my Typhlosion was in waiting, but I guess she just wanted to get as much damage on the Sylveon she can. So she just went for Sunny Day so her Flamethrower could do more damage. And I just keep going for Calm Mind, and my special attack and special defense rise. And my leftovers heal me up a little bit, and the burn's going to chip away from Sylveon's health. So now I'm ready to Baton Pass into my Typhlosion, but unfortunately Sylveon is hit with a critical hit, and that's going to take down Sylveon. I kind of got too greedy there, taking more damage than I needed, when I could have just, Baton Pass earlier. But now I go into my Azumarill, wanting to counter this Delphox, and she's going to switch back into her Togekiss. I just go for the Waterfall, and I get the critical hit, so So the critical hit balances out there. And I know the next time I use Waterfall, it's not going to do as much damage as it did there. So I'm just going to switch out into Meganium. And here she's going to go for the Protect to make sure she gets enough health back to take whatever Azumarill would have done. But I switched into Meganium. And she goes for Dazzling Gleam, wanting to get as much damage on this Meganium as she can. And I go for the Light Screen. So that's going to help out, especially with like all these special attackers that I see that's on her team. And the Sunlight will fade. So that'll help me take whatever her Delphox does. So now I'm going to just go for a Body Slam, trying to paralyze this Togekiss. And it doesn't do that much. She's going to go for Encore, which I guess she was expecting the Reflect. And luckily I went for Body Slam instead of Reflect. So now Meganium is Encored into Body Slam. But even though that's better than being Encored into Reflect, I'm going to switch out because that Body Slam barely did anything. And I'm going to go into Azumarill and take this Dazzling Gleam, since Azumarill has the Assault Vest and has the Light Screen up. So now I'm ready to take out this Togekiss with my Azumarill, and she switches out into her Landorus instead though, which is going to get the Intimidate drop onto my Azumarill. So now Azumarill's attack will fall, and this Play Rough is going to do about a third. So that's going to really hurt. She's going to go for Earthquake, and unfortunately, Azumarill took more damage than I thought he would from that Earthquake. So I just went for the Power-Up Punch, wanting to raise its attack up to normal. And instead of switching into Charizard, which I was fearing the Rock-type move, I just decided to let Azumarill go down. And I'm pretty sure she's probably choiced, since that did so much. So I'm like, let's just go into Charizard then. Let's get the Sun set up and try to take out this Landorus. So she's going to switch out into her Azumarill, which is unfortunate for me because I actually went for the Dragon Pulse. Since I was expecting the Altaria that I saw in the team preview, she's going to go for Aqua Jet, which is going to do quite a bit of damage even though it's in the sun. I just decided to go for Solar Beam, trying to take out this Azumarill. And as you'll see, it barely lives. And it also has a Citrus Berry. So that's very, very unfortunate for my Charizard. So I'm just going to switch out, not wanting to take that Aqua Jet again. And I send in Meganium to take the Aqua Jet, as she goes for the Aqua Jet. And Meganium is going to take this pretty well, like super well. Meganium is awesome on physical bulk. So I just go for the Reflect to make it where this Azumarill can't do as much damage. She just goes for the Play Rough. That's not going to do too much to Meganium. Meganium gets the Citrus Berry to heal up. So now she's going to switch out her Azumarill and switch into her Lopunny, which this is her favorite Mega Pokemon, Mega Lopunny. I just go for Body Slam, trying to get as much damage onto the Azumarill. And the Sunlight is also faded. And now she's going to Mega Evolve her Lopunny. So here she just goes for the Protect. I guess wanting to see what I would do with my Meganium. And I just went for the Synthesis, trying to heal up Meganium to get ready for some more damage that this Lopunny was probably going to do. And now she just goes for the Ice Punch, trying to do as much damage and hopefully get a freeze. She doesn't get a freeze, and that Ice Punch, even though it's super effective, barely does anything. I just go for the Body Slam, and I get the Paralysis. So that's really nice, especially on a Mega Lopunny, which its main stat is its speed. So I just keep going for Body Slam, and her Lopunny is fully paralyzed. And my Reflect has worn off. So I just go for a Reflect to set it back up, since I don't think this Lopunny is going to do too much. And the Mega Lopunny is still paralyzed. So I guess she just keeps going for the Ice Punch, trying to get the freeze. But unfortunately for her, her Lopunny keeps being fully paralyzed. I get the Light Screen up and the Reflect up. And this time she finally gets to fire off an Ice Punch, and she sees there's no point hoping for a freeze, so she's just going to switch into her Delphox to threaten out this Meganium. I'm just going to keep going for the Body Slam, do as much damage as I can, and I get the Paralysis, so that's really nice. So now I'm going to switch out my Meganium, and I'm hoping for a Flamethrower because it's Typhlosion's time to shine. His Flash Fire boosts his fire moves. Now, she's going to switch out her Delphox, wanting to send in something to threaten this scary Typhlosion. She sends in the Azumarill, and I go for the Eruption! And it's enough to take out this Azumarill from its weakened state. So now that's really nice. And now she's going to send in her Altaria. And I forgot about this Altaria. Luckily for me though, this Typhlosion's not holding a choice item. He's actually got the Charcoal, which that takes her by surprise, I guess, because here she actually goes for the Cotton Guard. I guess wanting to raise up her defense, expecting me to switch into a physical attacker. But it's not going to matter, because Typhlosion's able to take out this Altaria with 2 hits. So that's really nice, Typhlosion. Typhlosion took out his biggest threat in this battle. The biggest threats that could have stopped his sweep. So now she sends in her Delphox, wanting to have something that can stop this Typhlosion's rampage. He just keeps going for the Eruption, and she barely lives. But she is paralyzed. So Typhlosion's able to just take out this Delphox with another Eruption, and down goes the Delphox. So now Typhlosion's looking really good right now. He has taken out so many Pokemon just in this battle. She sends in her Togekiss, and she goes for the Protect, wanting to stall out my Typhlosion's power points for Eruption, and also get the leftover HP recovery. And here, instead of just going for another Eruption, I just go for the Hidden Power, trying to keep my power points for Eruption a little bit longer. And that's going to do quite a bit. She's going to go for Dazzling Gleam, hoping to do a little bit more damage, but Typhlosion has pretty decent special defense, so that Dazzling Gleam's not going to do much at all. She's going to switch out her Togekiss, hoping to send in something that could threaten my Typhlosion. She goes into her Landorus, which was a pretty big risk, especially with this Typhlosion packing Ice, Hidden Power Ice. I just go for the Flamethrower anyway, wanting to take out that Togekiss. And it takes out the Landorus, so that's nice. She sends in her Mega Lopunny, which is already paralyzed and weakened. I just go for the Flamethrower, and it's enough to take out the Mega Lopunny. So now she's going to send back in her Togekiss, and there's not much she can do at this point, so Typhlosion goes for one final Eruption, and it's enough to take out the Togekiss. So that was a really good battle. It was a good back and forth for a while there, and for a little bit it looked like she might be like heading for the win, but Typhlosion comes in at the end and he just demolished her team. So Typhlosion is the MVP of this battle. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next battle video. Toodaloo!